Hello and welcome everyone to the Titans of Altera, a 5th edition actual play podcast for gamers of all ages. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Joshua. Going around the table, we have
Joe,
Delphin,
Winnie,
Relnor.
Gang's all here and we're going to jump right into it. So basically, the party regathered at Truffle Bundle's airship after being called back to be informed that it's been 6 years they're going on adventures. They're being informed that Bordeaux, their orc buddy from the first season, has died. The information about his death has been kind of tightly held by the orcs of the well. What you guys know is that there's some kind of magical dagger involved, and you met his son, Beryl, at the ceremonies.
Yeah.
You're in Lestrade, and there was just a big, huge event for inventors, and lots of new stuff. You learn that Truffle Bundle is kind of a big deal around all of them. And yeah, that is where we left off. Relnor saw a figure in an alley that was watching the ceremonies and was suspicious. Went to go check him out and found Donny Russell. And I believe the last thing he said was, Relnor, don't. So let's pick up right where we left off. Relnor, you are in a dark alley alone with your arch rival, who definitely died years ago before your whole adventure. And there was a whole funeral and everything. He was like, everybody loved Donny Russell except for you. And
I cried so much.
And everyone was convinced that he was going to be the hero to save the world, so much so that that's why he was targeted.
By both Wilbert and Bordeaux.
Yeah. Bordeaux actually really, really did love him.
targeted in a positive way.
Yes.
He's the reason Bordeaux survived as long as he did, being an orc in a society that wasn't really friendly with the orcs. So, what do?
Thought you were dead.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing here?
Felt like Bordeaux deserved my respects.
So you've been in hiding for 6 years?
It's complicated.
Why don't you tell me?
And if I just decide to run?
Well, that would tell me you have something to hide.
What if I do have something to hide?
It's like a bad version of that Whose Line Is It Anyway game.
Oh, really? I was like, this is like a parody of the Heat
We should
scene
only
where he's
ask
like,
questions.
What was
If I
his
do
relationship
gotta
with
take you
Bordeaux?
Very close. Almost familial.
Okay. Bordeaux trusted me.
That's what I hear. You're a big hero now, huh? Seems like last 6 years been good to you.
No, I'm the same Relnor I always have been.
You definitely are not. He kind of points at your beard. I heard you left the military.
I was just gonna say, I did leave the military. So, beards are back on the menu.
And you don't got your crossbow.
Not on me.
There's a sweet sword.
I think so.
Bordeaux trusted you.
Yes.
He lets his guard down almost completely. Like, very vulnerable. You could get the jump on him if you wanted to right now. He, kind of like rubs his head like he's thinking. Listen, I have to be careful moving around in the city right now. You want some answers?
That'd be nice.
I need some help.
Okay.
In all honesty, I kind of was hoping you'd see me at the funeral. You know, my old place?
Yes.
Me and Bordeaux stayed?
Yep.
You meet me there later tonight. With your friends.
Okay.
The crew. Your crew.
Okay.
No one else.
You have my word. I won't tell anyone else.
And I'll let you know what I know. And maybe we can help each other.
Okay.
Is that enough?
That's enough.
I'm gonna roll a insight
Okay.
to see if you're being honest.
Okay.
dun, dun, dun.
12.
Yes, I'm being honest.
You just give it up? Okay, cool. Then he believes you, and he reaches out, he goes, "Can I have my cloak, please?"
Sure. I'll hand it back.
Okay. And then he disappears down the alley. as you kind of sit there in the alley after he leaves, kind of that ethereal wolf figure. I should say, like, it's not a regular wolf. It's much bigger. Kind of like steps up next to you.
Yep.
Looking down the alley with you.
What is, for lack of a better descriptor, what is the wolf's expression or demeanor?
Concern.
Okay.
And you get the sense that it's uncertainty about him and concern for you.
But not outright anger or...
Not a fear, or not a sense of to run or that there's a problem.
Okay.
But
okay.
Continue with caution.
Okay. I'll turn around and go back to the ceremony.
Okay. Back at the ceremony, things are wrapping up. Dalfin, Partoon kind of nudges you with his elbow to wake you up after the Grafar is finished giving his long list of all the accomplishments that Bordeaux has achieved.
Big stretch. Big stretch.
And that is when Bordeaux became my friend.
And,
beautiful. Beautiful. Like that.
And there's like a kind of, a smattering of applause.
Great story. Honored his memory.
Good dreams, Partoon asks.
Never.
I'm sorry, my friend.
That's all right.
And Dalfin, you'd see kind of circling up above is Archimedes.
Okay.
Your hawk.
Does that
Firehawk, right?
Does that, yeah. Does that mean anything?
No, just you know it's near.
Yeah.
Joan, what are you up to right now after the were you participating and just listening to the ceremonies?
Yeah.
Cool. So it kind of breaks up. People start to stand up and leave. Things are getting done. Winnie, you're kind of backstage. Grafar kind of comes down.
Green room. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's like some water and like snacks for like the speakers.
Sustenance.
He walks over and says,
Well, I'm not much of a speaker. I'm not a great orator. But thank you for contributing, Winifred.
My pleasure.
It was very kind of you to step in.
Yeah. Thank you as well.
Yes, it's a bad time to lose a leader such as Bordeaux. We don't really have another like him.
All is well with the well? All is well?
Some is well. Are you familiar at all with the Drowned Society?
No.
Amidst those of my kind, we refer to them as the unwell. They are...
Oh my goodness. Winnie doesn't laugh. So that's her.
A collective of orcs from the well that did not agree with Bordeaux and I's decision to integrate. And
Ooh.
They have gone underground and are very hard to track. They're aware of many things that we are and have an advantage when it comes to hiding, and their intentions are not clear.
Literally underground or figuratively?
Both, in many ways.
Yeah. I was like, well, they didn't like leaving the well, so they went underground again. Well, yeah, maybe literally. Interesting. Do you think they have a presence in the city?
Perhaps. But Michael Reed has not been very forthcoming with information on in knowing that of their goings-on that he or those of his associates may have.
Interesting. Well, if I learn anything, I'll let you know.
If you and your friends find your way to New Alestria, we would value your help in discerning more.
Winnie wants to look around. Does she notice anybody listening or that could hear them talking? Or are they in a full room or are they kind of by themselves?
I'll say there's several attendants in the room for different dignitaries, and Bertoul's kind of stationed himself there, and he's watching both of you with a bit of a concerned look.
Okay, I'm going to waste a spell. I'm going to use sending and ask him a question.
Go for it.
Is anyone we know apart? Beryl? ?
He kind of nods his head and says, there are rumors, perhaps, that Beryl associated with some of them. Many of them are younger. They felt like they didn't have agency in the decisions that we made. So it was a point of tension between he and his father.
When he kind of glances, Bertul doesn't know what's going on, but she looks at him and is like, uh-oh, in her eyes. Uh-oh.
And he kind of opens his eyes wide like, what? He's like, do you want me to come over there?
When he's like, no, but, and she makes all these weird faces like, ooh, I don't know.
Then he just goes, he puts his arms to his side like, I don't know what you're doing.
And then when he goes, and waves at him to cover it up.
Very confused, like looking around at everyone, just he gives like the dumbest big smile and waves.
Yeah, okay.
And Grafar sees what you're doing very evidently. And he looks over and sees Bertul and he goes,
Bertul, I did not know he was with you.
Oh, yeah. But we go everywhere together.
Might I have him for a moment?
I mean, yeah, he's a free orc.
Good.
So Winnie just told him to stay put, and now she's like, come here, like looking really teary. Poor confused man.
He just kind of like walks over very awkwardly. He's not a dignitary. He is a warrior, like the same size as Bortu, and just kind of like bumping tables as he's walking through. And he gets over, kind of looming over the two of you.
Yes. Winnie, hello, Grafar.
And he kind of nods his head.
Mm-hmm. I pat his forearm because that's all I can reach. I'm like, bap.
He kind of like catches his breath and goes,
I mean, librarian.
It just Grafar's kind of term back in the well.
That's
And
right.
He says, no longer my friend. I am but a humble servant of our people. I was wondering, Bertul, if it would be all right if you would come home. We are in need of someone like you.
He sees Bertul kind of like looking like he's going to say no, and he puts his hand, he says,
Think on it, discuss it with your friends, but no one can fill the shoes of for Bertul.
For Bordeaux.
For Bordeaux.
Oh, God. I do
Who
this.
came up with these names?
Yeah, it's like, me.
He says, no one would ask you to be him, but we need someone of strength to lead us. I alone am not fit, and Beryl is not ready.
And he kind of just nods. And then Grafar says, good evening to both of you, and dismisses himself.
Well, we have some things to talk about later, Bartool. Winnie's tired.
Again, who came up with these names?
Yeah.
Larry?
So he says,
would you like to ride?
Yeah, let's go.
He's as if you want to like hop on his shoulders.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he like what, hoists me up?
He'll like kneel down. Yeah, you can like hop up.
Yeah. If I
So-
had acrobatics, I'd like do a flip onto the table and stuff, but I'm sure I'd just fail that
No,
check.
it's very like you guys. This
Misty
is a.
Waste another spell in the green room.
He has a like a pauldron on his shoulder that's kind of become like where like if you're hanging out,
It's like my seat.
it's like your seat. Yeah, the
That's awesome.
easy transportation, way to see above the crowd.
Nice.
Can I have an orc mount?
Most of the people that you're leading now as the captain of your airship are taller than you, so
Yeah.
it's nice to have a
Yeah.
way
Except
to
for
be
what's
that-
his name? Steve.
Yeah, oh yeah,
No,
and there's some
I know
gnomes. There's
that.
some gnomes on
Yeah.
the ship for sure. I think Tinkertool is on the ship as well.
Yeah.
Klaus?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's your
Tinkertool.
your
I can't do
quartermaster, right? Or is he the helmsman?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Klaus Tinkertool.
He's whatever he
Yeah.
wants to be
Yeah.
because he knows what he's doing.
So, Joan, Dalphin, where are you guys at? I imagine you guys are kind of like near each other. At the
Yeah,
very
I'm
least.
with Delphin and Partoon.
Ceremony's over?
Yes, anyone up for a fourth meal?
I'm always up for a fourth meal. You know that.
I'll join.
Good places. This is your old home.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. There's the original dance. Right?
Yeah.
The original dance.
The original dance. Back before deep plates were a thing, if you can believe it or not.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, Partoon! You were in for a treat, my friend. Follow me.
Very well.
So I lead him to Dan's pub.
All
or
right.
what used to be what I knew as Dan's pub.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what it is now. Have they rebranded?
Dan and Relnor's Deep Plates.
Dan and Relnor's Deep Plates.
I mean,
Okay.
unless it's
And
rebranded
it's probably
over the last
bigger
6
and more
years.
bustling and probably nicer, right?
Oh, I mean,
Is it still kind of a hole in the wall?
yeah, it's still kind of a hole in the wall, but it's a nice hole in the wall. Like it's a hole in the wall that got some love and attention.
It's like Al's Breakfast in Minneapolis. They just make you wait in line before you can get in. It's not very.
But you guys have a table that's your table that they like
We do?
that they keep reserved for you if you show up.
After 6 years?
I mean, they've made a lot of money.
It's a relic.
It's a dusty booth.
It's
Yeah.
it's got there's like insignia of the four of you and
Oh,
like
sheesh.
the
Whoa.
it's kind of a, like a touristy kind of
Yeah.
come see the place where the party started.
It's like there's a table for Guns N' Roses at the Hard Rock Cafe or something.
That's exactly
I
right.
was gonna say the Inklings at the Bird and Babe, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, that's a band, right?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? But yeah, you guys make your way to Dan and Relnor's Deep Plates, the OG spot.
Is Dan still working the bar, or is he like retired? So I imagine he's made some good money. He probably doesn't have to keep working there, right?
Probably. Look, here's the deal though. Dan is like he's the right kind of like guy that keeps a restaurant. He eats the food that they make. He's very like
he stays on the ground.
he's
level.
probably like gained a good couple pounds since you guys have seen him.
Good man.
Now he's the guy that like schmoozes. He
Yeah, I was
goes
gonna
around
say.
like to the tables and talks to everybody and just kind of makes light. He's much more jovial than he used to be.
Interesting.
So yeah, if you guys show up, if he's not there, he'll be there in just moments.
Okay,
Like he'll get
okay.
word that you guys showed up at the restaurant.
So we head into the restaurant.
Dolphin says that as he walks in the door.
Yeah, there's no bell. It's just Dolphin going.
And there's one of
What
the
did you say?
one of the waiters or the waitresses just kind of walks by you with a tray of food and says, "Find a place to seat yourself," and goes and
I
delivers
go,
some
you
food.
got it. And I lead him over to our booth.
Okay. Now the two of you, Winnie, Relnor, you guys just kind of know to go to round deep.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine-
deep plates.
I imagine
Oh,
after a ginormous con and funeral that we'd be like, where you want to meet up afterwards?
Yeah.
You gotta have a
That
plan.
make that the plan. That was what you
yeah,
guys were gonna do.
the airship isn't easy to meet back
Grief
up
is
at.
hungry work.
So, Dalph and Joan, you guys walk
the
in.
opposite, actually. Like, I'm not hungry.
There's a few people, not a lot. It's kind of getting winded down, but there's a few tables open. There's this really like well lit booth in
Okay.
a corner with your names on it, literally.
Yeah.
Do you go to your booth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys move in, you sit in your booth, and then a kind of a loud elf comes over and says, "I'm very sorry, but this is a reserved spot."
I just stare at them.
I kind of lean in and kind of do an eyebrow thing, where your eyebrows go up and down, over and over.
He looks at you, looks at Joan.
And then I stand by our picture. and
He
I
looks
kind
up-
of-
he
I make the
looks
same
up-
pose.
He looks up at them, he looks down, and goes,
It's okay. It's okay.
Cosplayers.
Don't worry about it. No worries. It's hey.
"Welcome. He kind of snaps his fingers. He's like, "They're here!"
Please.
We don't need fanfare.
Yeah, no need to go through the trouble.
The band that was getting ready to play, I'll go,
Please continue with your banding.
We're just here to eat.
He goes, "Very good. Peaceful evening. All right. Yes. Thank you. It's great to meet you. I'm very big fan. Big,
What's your name?
deep as our plates. I am a fan of you guys."
What's your name?
You were gonna say Jimmy. Just stab him. Stab him.
I am Stuart Little.
There's no J in that name at all.
Did you forget your
It is
name for a
silent.
second?
I love Stuart
Out
Little.
of just sheer shock and joy.
Yeah. Well, Stuart Little, were you an orphan growing up?
Stuart, can we get two?
Matter of fact, I was.
We would like 2 dolphin specials for me and my big friend here. And I point
He has
to
obnoxiously big ears for an elf.
like round.
looks kind of
Not
mousy.
A little extra hairy.
Looks kind of mousy.
Yeah.
overalls.
Do you work here, Stuart?
Yeah. I'm the. I am the. This is the branch of Dan and Relnor's that I manage. I will.
He's the manager.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll fix that later.
Heads on the chopping block.
He goes to get you guys some stuff. Did you ask him a question?
I ordered 2 Dalfin specials, which is the extra deep plate with the whole chicken in it. Remember?
Yeah.
With some chicken in it.
I know that what's his name? Partoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Partoon will appreciate the meal.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's really only seats for
Wanna
4
say
people, so
Partoon.
he's currently taking up like the 2 other slots.
Yeah, that's fine. Relnor and Winnie are here.
They're going to be.
I already have a chair. It's for Tool.
He just stands there the
Yeah.
whole time, not eating anything.
I feed him too. I feed one for me, one for you. One for
So some food's brought over, and by the time some food comes, Relnor, I'll say, kind of on your way walking down the street, you see Bertul and Winnie.
Hey, Cap.
Wait, aren't they at the restaurant?
Not yet.
They're on their way to the restaurant.
Like a
Well, then why are you sitting on Bertul?
I
was
said
it she
I-
rides?
what,
She's
in
going
general.
to.
Yeah,
Oh.
she rides him like a mount.
Sorry, I know I say things in present tense.
No, you're not
Okay.
there yet. You guys are on your
All right.
way. I just figure like while they're doing that, you guys are making
Yep,
your way
no,
there.
that's fine. I got
See each other kind of like on the
Making your way
street.
downtown.
Walking fast.
Guys, you don't have the rights to that. Please stop.
Yeah,
And we do to Stuart Little.
copyright stricken.
It is a
Okay.
name.
Go ahead. Read.
It is a
It's actually a
name.
name and a
Yeah, so
size.
it's Mickey Mouse.
It's STEW.
Yeah, and actually it's his family name, so it's more like Stuart of Little. So if we're being technical, completely different.
Anyways, ask whatever your question was.
He's a-
No, it's like you guys you say hi, communicate
course.
it all to Winnie.
Of course.
Cool.
Hey, Winnie.
Hi again.
I am also
Where have you
here.
been? Yeah, what about Bertul?
when he kicks him, you don't talk. You don't talk unless I ask you a question.
You are
You
my
understand?
chair and my horse.
This is exactly why I can't keep up sometimes because
Sorry.
there's just shenanigans.
I'm
afoot.
sorry. I'm sorry.
A ribbon.
They're just funny to me.
Hi, Winnie. Hi, Bertul.
Good recovery.
Thanks for noticing.
He's just Eeyore now.
Eeyore Eeyore.
Thanks for noticing.
He's an Eeyore.
Eeyore. Oh my god.
EYORC.
You guys arrive at Dan and Relnor's deep plates.
No, Winnie, what did you ask me? You said,
Where have you been?
where have I been?
Where you been?
Say it again. I don't think that was clean. I think there was talking.
Hey, Relnor.
Hey, Winnie and Bertul.
Where have you been?
We will talk about that later.
We're so good at this.
Wow. I like how Eric thinks
Should we
that
take it
this
from
is
the top?
highly produced.
I am also talking like a normal person.
No, but seriously, where have you been?
We'll talk about that a little bit later with everyone else.
Ooh, secret.
Secrets are no fun.
Secret.
Hurt someone. That's what we said in the well. Please.
You're just saying that because of the time that we told you that seaweed was a delicacy.
He looks at Winnie.
It's not a delicacy.
It wasn't my idea. I promise. But I like it.
It is delicious.
Dried, it's very salty. Yes, very nice. In far left land, they call it.
Really? Was it good? Tell you what, what if we put some raw fish inside of it
You
and sell it at Dan and Relnor's deep
You
plates?
could call it taste of the seaweed.
Taste of the seaweed. I like that.
It's good.
Wrap little
Nah,
raw fish and some seaweed.
you need some padding. Like you need some padding in there. Like
Like
not
a-
just fish and
Like a
seaweed.
hydrated
We're
grain of
walking
some kind?
now.
Hydrated grain of some kind. Does that even define Rex? I don't even know if that's like what.
It's something starchy.
Oh, potatoes.
Something starchy. Bertul's fish of the seaweed. I think let's add that
Fish
to the
of the
menu.
seaweed.
You added for Bertul.
Taste of the seaweed.
Taste of the seaweed.
Fish of the
Bertul's
seaweed.
taste of the seaweed.
No, please.
Taste of the
do
fish
it.
weed.
For taste.
You
For
should
taste
name
of
it
the
after
seaweed.
Bordeaux. He's a much greater orc than I.
I was gonna argue with you there, but
Or taste of the seaweed just doesn't have the same ring.
You guys arrive at Dan and Relnor's
We
deep
grieve
plate.
in very weird ways.
You enter and the elf manager.
Hey, Stuart.
Ah.
a managerial fanboy.
We're just gonna go sit down.
Yes. please.
Hey, you guys made it.
Oh, Bertul, it's so good to see you.
Stuart, 2 extra chairs for a table, please.
Jonas, Jonas now the golden
2 other stools for our booth.
Partoon already stepped out and like grabbed one of the big oak tables and is dragging it over to the making more seats for everybody. You guys all kind of sit down together. Food's brought out for everyone after a little while, and you're all kind of together there eating, drinking. Partoon he is kind of surprised by the meal. He says, "This is fascinating. Deep plate, you call it.
Yes.
Beyond this land.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I've seen this before.
Don't kill his dreams.
And where I come from, we call it a bowl.
Huh.
That's the dumbest word I've ever heard.
Must be simple people.
What is it? One syllable or two syllables?
Yeah, what is
Simple people out there.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's like bow.
Yeah, gross. Why would he need a vowel?
Well, we have bowls and flat bowls.
Flat bowls. Why don't you just call them plates?
I love it.
That word makes no sense.
It literally does. It's literally a plate of anything. Could be a flat object.
Plate?
Yeah.
So when you like
plates of armor, you eat off of them.
You can.
You
If it's
call
clean
them
enough.
flat bowls of armor?
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Why would you wear
We
bowls?
raised our case.
Point for plate,
Yeah.
and I high-fived Alvin.
Altair all the way.
Next thing you're gonna tell me, these aren't tiny food rakes.
No, they're small combs.
Yeah. Now grab your personal ladle and dig in.
It is called a hand shovel.
Wait. What is not a hand shovel? What else are you shoveling with? Partoon?
I need to go for a walk. He dismisses himself.
Guy's weird out there, man.
he's your friend.
I love him.
Like how you yelled that, as if you're defending him against you.
Don't you say anything mean about him. The big jerk.
Don't I say anything about him?
He's my friend. No, he's not. Yes, he is.
Bertul dismisses himself as well. He's going to go look up some other orcs to talk to, learn about what's going on. And so eventually, after a little while of eating and discussion, the 4 of you are alone.
Man, we haven't had one of these moments in a long time. This is
For
nice,
real.
guys.
I know. Isn't our last sit down about like franchising opportunities between Kimsey,
I
Swincy,
don't know.
Cynthia, and Relnor's Deep Plates?
It was before we tried to save.
Oh no.
Wasn't it Davi, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
Think
gosh,
so.
that's a long time ago.
We did sign that contract. There's only Kinsey's Whimsies after dinner mints in every den in Relnor's Deep Plates.
That's true. My dad and mom are very appreciative. Well, I hate to turn this into a work meeting again.
When is it ever not a work meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to talk with Griffar.
Dalvin has no idea what they're talking about.
It is an official
Wait,
meeting.
this is work?
I had to talk with Griffar, our librarian.
Wow,
you guys
he's
remember Griffar?
he's livened up over the years, hasn't he?
I don't know. He just talks more. I think he just loves the sound of his voice more
Talks
than he used
more?
to. Yes.
Good lord.
Oh, you guys didn't. Yeah, you stuck around. Oh, maybe you fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
Okay.
What? Oh, no.
What? That's so unlike
That would
you.
be irreverent.
Ah, it's okay. You were listening with your inner being.
Yes.
Yes.
I was meditating.
Yes. Yeah, so apparently things weren't all she gets quieter. Things weren't all hunky dory at the well by the time Bordeaux passed.
So,
well,
like-
the people of the well. We know it's not
So,
the
like-
well.
So like infighting?
I'm not totally sure, but there was this group of orcs, and then she goes on to explain like that there was the drowned and the drowned society. She can't remember what to call them, so she calls them the drowned club, the drowned dudes, the drowned society alternately, and says, okay, they call them the unwell, and they were like against coming up to the surface and like
That's punny.
hanging out with everybody else.
Are the orcs of the well still awoken?
No,
No. So how do they even work the well anymore?
they don't. They don't live there anymore.
It's been abandoned.
I'm looking at Josh for confirmation. That's correct, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, they don't live there anymore. They left before the battle.
I think
before
that's good. Because otherwise we'd have probably another. What's his name?
Yeah, another soul.
No, I was worried about
Fellhammer.
Fellhammer.
No.
Or another Orung on our hands.
Yeah, that's true. Mm.
I should say, like, to your knowledge, there's not anybody. Like,
Oh, so I guess she's saying it with certainty, but that's just, she might be mistaken. Okay, listeners at home, keep that in mind. Anyway, so did you guys get to meet Beryl?
No, but I saw him from afar.
Yeah, so it's Bordu's son.
Looks just like his dad.
Gotta be honest, my initial read on him, like sort of just, complicated father-son relationship.
That's why people go to therapy.
But Grafar said he may or may not have associations with these unwell.
Oh,
Is that a problem? Are these guys dangerous?
I think they are.
interesting.
Okay.
I mean, they're like vehemently anti being around other people different from them, right?
Oh, that
that
seems
different than the
that
other
seems
orcs?
a bad idea.
They should go live with the orcs.
Well, you would think that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They must be up to something.
I'm a little worried about that. Anyway, how was your night, everybody?
Maybe we could reach out to Aaron and see if he knows anything.
Oh, it's not a bad idea.
Who?
Of the Iron City.
Not
Aaron.
the leader.
King Aaron, the half-orc.
I was going to
Half-orc
call him
city.
the mayor.
Okay. Yep, I definitely remember him.
That
well,
when he
Joan
borrowed a
didn't
horse
need him,
from.
to be
he
fair.
was
to
selling
find the-
weapons and armor. To
Yeah, he was playing both sides of the war.
Oh, yeah. The double timer. Got him.
But last we knew, they kept those lines of communication open.
Yeah, because his citizens have family on either side of that fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking advantage of the place he's stuck in anyway.
She's basically the Stark family.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
They're the wealthiest, most fortified kingdom in the South for sure.
Yeah. Stark Industries. Got it. Iron City, Stark
Oh,
Industry.
yeah.
So Dolphin
The
slept.
Iron Man.
Joan, how was your evening?
Oh, it was fine. I just was watching Dolphin and Partoon argue about semantics.
Yeah. Dining utensils.
Some antics
Contentious.
here, some antics there.
How was your evening, Relnor? And Winnie looks at him pointedly.
I'm kind of lost in thought.
Relnor.
We'll wait.
Hello.
Oh,
I clap right in front of his face, but after he said "oh," so it's like "oh, clap."
What's going on, buddy?
ran into an old friend today.
Oh yeah, who?
I thought we were your friends.
Donny.
What? Oh,
Yeah, right, Relnor.
Wait, are you-
Who did you run into?
are you serious?
He's alive.
Wait,
Saw him at the
Get
funeral.
out of here.
Jones,
just spit coke everywhere.
Jones, not as surprised as the other one. She kind of nods knowingly, like, "Oh, some things are clicking."
Okay.
What do you mean he's alive?
He was heavily cloaked, like he was trying to hide himself, but I saw him at the funeral and wound up cornering him in an alley. And he said he's been in hiding, more or less. And we are supposed to go to his and Bordu's old house and meet him there tonight.
Well, hey,
Oh.
let's go. Let's not waste a minute.
But alone, by ourselves, don't tell anyone else.
Okay.
How do we get there without being noticed?
Yeah,
Let's just take a
mean,
circuitous route.
I don't think he said we have to hide. We just have to not bring anybody.
We just we tracked a lot of.
I mean, I could stealth over there.
You start to hear like a sound muffled from outside, and it sounds like a small band playing.
Oh,
And then
no.
Let's sneak out the back.
Marco?
And then the door gets kicked in, and it's Dan, Big Dan, coming in with like a big smile on his face. Says, "The heroes have arrived!
Oh, Dan! There he is.
I brought a band."
Woo!
It's a whole bunch of people start coming in, and like it's a big.
Are they any good?
The lead player is Marco Sparkle. He is
Yes!
My man.
the tale of the hero.
Hey, give us the one about the peach.
The peaches we did discuss when I saw them last. And we laughed and had some good times. It was great.
Relnor's
I feel
bopping.
like I whisper to Dolphin. I feel like the fame has gone to his head.
He is deep in drink at this point. So
No.
it's like there's a big fanfare and a lot of celebration for you guys, but after a little while, people are more just mingling. It becomes kind of a crowd, basically. Apparently, there were some people from the ceremony that thought they wanted to get some stuff too, and as soon as Dan got word that the heroes were at his restaurant, he was able to kind of corral a big audience to come in.
Should we get going, guys?
So
Yeah, Relnor, should we? Can you get us out the back?
Well, I was just gonna stand on the table and tell them we're leaving.
They're gonna follow.
No.
We'll-
Watch.
we'll-
I have a plan.
we'll
I
come
jump
back.
on the table.
Oh,
And I go,
Here we go.
hey, everybody, give me your ears, pointy and otherwise.
and everybody kind of like starts looking over, and the music kind of slows down.
This is a time to celebrate an orc that we all knew and loved. A round of drinks.
Start hearing a violin playing.
A round of drinks on the heroes for everybody. We're gonna call it a night. We're pooped. We got other hero stuff to do. You guys party on in Bordeaux's honor. Round of drinks on us.
Yay!
And everybody kind of celebrates, and then as like the
To
violin keeps
Bordeaux.
playing, and you hear "On work of some renown, Bordeaux."
Okay, let's
and
go,
the-
guys.
Margle Sparkle, let's kick it up into the party, man. You killed the mood.
And everybody's kind of now paying like captivated by Marvel, and so
Oh, good. Okay, we'll use that to our
yeah,
advantage.
gives you guys a chance to.
Okay,
go.
wasn't the vibe I was going for, but all right.
You brought up the funeral.
Yeah, but we're celebrating.
He said celebrate.
Very, very dolphin thing to do.
Some cultures celebrate death.
apparently not this one.
Oh, we're not Margle's a downer. Jeez.
The drums kick up, and he
Yeah.
starts recanting all the adventures of Bordeaux. It's kind of his like the Ballad of Bordeaux.
Ooh,
That's
I like
more
that.
like
Ballad
it.
of Bordeaux.
And then it starts kind of kicking off, and people are celebrating, and yeah, you guys are able to kind of like make an exit. And Dan, if he sees you guys are getting ready to leave, he has kind of like a VIP exit if you guys want to like make your way out
Let's vip out of here.
into like the back alley, kind of so nobody sees you.
Sounds good. That's a lot of people.
Whew. There's a lot of stuff to process. I can't believe Donnie's alive.
Would you like a bowl to go?
Oh, gee, Dan, I didn't know you're still there.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Scared me, man. You're so, you're so quiet for a big guy.
Also, why'd you call it a bowl?
I mean a deep plate.
Oh my gosh. Have you been abroad?
We've done really well. I tried to market us outside into the beyond the mountains. And
If you start calling it bowls, I swear to the Grey God,
there may be
who doesn't exist.
we may need to talk about this, Relnor, but I did start a few chains beyond the mountains. Dan and Relnor's bowls.
I can't. I just can't. I can't. And I just start walking away. I storm off.
That very sensitive about vocabulary.
And as you guys are kind of coming down, you hear a voice go, "They left, but they didn't sign my deep plate." The elf that
The manager?
yeah,
His name, he has a name, Josh.
Stuart Little.
when he turns to Dan and goes, "We'll send him one."
So yeah, you guys are free to leave and
Yeah, we leave.
make your way. The city is kind of full of like pockets of noise and like an activity, and then pockets of just complete like quiet.
I love when cities are like that.
It's not too hard to strategically avoid the active spots if you want to move your way quietly through the city.
Yeah.
And make your way to Donny and Bordeaux's old place. And as you guys see, the house is actually quite dilapidated at this point.
Aw.
No one has kind of like resettled in it. It's kind of just
I guess, yeah, no
it's-
new owners, so.
it's in kind of an older part of the town that hasn't really gotten fixed up. And so yeah, there's no one there. Not even a cat is there anymore. So it's just kind of been empty.
I know, I was thinking about
And
that.
you maybe see like one like candle lit inside. And yeah, we are going to go ahead and stop right there. So thank you everyone so much for listening to this adventure. As always, I'm your host and Dungeon Master Joshua. Go around the table. We have.
Joan.
Dolphin.
Winnie!
Relnor.
Thanks everybody.